Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about some breaking news. As of October 27, 2022, Ontario announces sweeping housing changes allowing up to 3 units on many residential lots that were originally zoned for single family. Are you guys ready for this? Let's go. All right, so let's dig right into the news. Brand new situation happening right here. So, right now, we're going to be able to override municipal zoning laws in some situation and allow the construction of up to 3 units on each residential lot. So Ford government is trying to come up with these new solutions to allow more people to live in Ontario and solve some of the housing issues. This is going to be part of the More Homes Built Faster Act, and their goal is to build housing faster and bring costs down. There's not enough land in Ontario, so they're trying to squeeze more units into each single family uh, plot of land. There are many housing units that are like this in downtown Toronto right now. This would be the main street, and then this would be something called Laneway Street, and then on the other side there'll be a main unit here again. Number two is a main residence, and number one was a basement. And then there would be a parking. And then on the other side, there would be a main residence here and a parking. And back then, there just used to be one family living on one of these lots, and only one family is allowed. And to rezone actually costs quite a bit of money. You want to do zoning bylaw changes, you got to do applications, and takes a long time. But they're trying to reduce the cost and the time it takes to do this in order to fit more people in Ontario. So I just want to give you guys an example of laneway housing. See, this is a main residence and this is a laneway. I've seen this before with my own eyes and it actually looks pretty cozy. I've actually lived in a laneway housing at Airbnb, and they actually put like 4 units here. Each one had like a full bath and a kitchen. It was really cute. And there's parking as well. Let me show you guys some more laneway housing. So here's another one. See, this is a laneway house with a garage, and you can live upstairs, and you can park 2 cars. Sometimes there's not always parking. But see, before it just used to be a backyard or a garage. You see, garage here. The main house would be over here. So let me give you an example here. So if you look on Google Maps, you're gonna see some streets called lanes. And you see here, I actually found a place. This lane here. See, this is a main residence, and then there's a garage. And similar to this one, you see main residence, and then this is kind of like their backyard. But you see the city sees these spots as not really being used right now. And before, there's nothing you can do there because you're not allowed to have 2 families living one plot of land unless you apply for zoning changes. And it's costly and time consuming. But now what some of these houses will do, they'll just bulldoze this or build on top of it, and you can have a whole another family living there. Usually what you can do is have one family live here, maybe one in the basement, and then one family live in the laneway housing. Just kind of, let's look around this laneway here. Pretty interesting stuff. So you can build a laneway housing in a lot of these areas. I wouldn't be surprised if we found a laneway house as we walked along. They're really popping up quite a bit in Toronto, and they are approving it. But the recent news is that they're going to be approving a lot of them quickly and cheaply. So yeah, to find laneway, just look for the word. It's kind of a tip for real estate buyers and investors. I think right now, you see that this would be the main house, and then this would be the laneway. This would be the lane house, and this is the laneway. So let me go over some of the recently rent prices in Ontario is going higher. I mean Toronto, despite the higher interest rates, because many would-be home buyers, they can't afford the high interest rates, or their stress test is pushing their affordability down due to the rising interest rates. So before they would have to pay development charges and parkland dedication fees, but now this would be exempt. Okay, and they're trying to get more rental housing. More supply means lower prices, and that's the goal of the government. Here's another cute picture of another laneway house in Toronto. See, this was the main unit, and there's a parking here, and there's a main unit in front of this, but they just built a two-story, something a kitchen and full bath. Okay, guys, so I was just walking around Google Maps. I was walking around streets that say lane, and I walked all the way up. They were just garages, but I came across a laneway house. So let's look at it together. So you can see it's still pretty rare. You see all the space currently used just for parking or really nothing. And these lots would belong to this homeowner here. And let's keep going. I'll show you guys. Very exciting. All right, so check this out. Here's a laneway house. This is the main house, and we got a laneway house right here. So it's gonna be a full, I think you can even fit one car here potentially. And inside, there'll be a bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, and the front building, maybe someone can. Uh, oh, this might belong to this house too. So this garage can be shared. Maybe one car for this family, one car for that family. Maybe someone can park here. Yeah. And the thing about laneway housing, it's you kind of have your own mini cozy house, and they're all pretty new. So they're most of them are pretty well renovated right now. Anyways, I want to discuss some of the implications of this. So first of all, the city is going to get more dense because of this. So one pro is that usually when a city gets more dense, everyone pays a little lower tax rate because there's more people paying taxes for the same amount of roads. I know there will be some more services, but that's why Toronto has the lowest tax rate. Here's a list of property tax rates. Usually, places with dense population and high house prices have lower tax rates. See, somewhere like we go down Windsor, Thunder Bay, so we might see the Toronto tax rate go lower. That's just one potential implication. One negative is that there might be more traffic, harder to find parking spaces as Toronto gets even more crowded. And community services like community centers, hospitals, schools might be over capacity, but maybe we can build upwards, kind of like Tokyo, Hong Kong. And those places have seen very good real estate appreciation. So in terms of buying one of these properties, it might be really good because right now those properties might be priced lower. And in the future, if you build 3 units and rent it out, you're more likely to have a more positive cash flow from getting a rent from 3 families. And now we have good appreciation of this type of land because developers might be seeing this opportunity and in the future might want to buy for you at a higher price. And right now the news is still fresh, so buying it right now the prices might not have increased yet. And as laneway housing gets more mainstream, a lot of people will want to buy these up. And so in terms of investment opportunity, I would say, yeah, this type of investment might be good. Freehold lot in Toronto in a good area. And try to get a lot of land size. Maybe try to get the lowest dollar per square foot. You can try to develop it yourself, but if not, you can just hold it and sell it to someone who can develop it and who sees the rental income potential from having 3 units. And right now might be a good time to buy because a lot of developers are pausing their projects because of the high interest rates. So we're not seeing a lot of demand. So the purchase price might be the lowest for these type of housing for now. So yeah, if anyone is interested in researching into an investment opportunity like this, let me know. Look around, these lane houses that have lanes. Some don't. So just make sure the one you look for has lanes. And just a reminder that laneway housing usually you park here and you enter the other side. You park here and then you can walk through your backyard. So this is the garage, right? You can go park in here and then you can come out here. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, everybody.